Hello, you guys, and welcome. I have been trying to get this video off the ground. I don't even have a subject to do a reading on about. Tarot isn't my cup of tea. Be truthful with you. Those of you that know me just as a tarot reader, I am a psychic medium. My biggest interest is the afterlife, and specialize in grief counseling. I am the mother of 2 sons who have already gone on. I don't know why I threw those out there, but I'm going to leave them out. Two sons, that's funny, who have gone on. The Chariot card came out in reverse. Something happened rather quickly. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. But grief and talking to your loved ones are where my real interest is. You know, I want to help people heal with the heartaches of losing anybody. My practice started out working with mothers who lost children, and expanded because I had so many children that have lost parents. My youngest client that I actually did a reading for was 8 years old. Mama had died, and Daddy was in prison, and an aunt knew that child needed some kind of closure. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let me see if there's a topic here other than spirit. All right, that's where I'm headed. You just gave me that as I look back at those first 2 cards. All right, I'm gonna expound on that. The 2 of Wands is a card that indicates it can represent putting your prayers out there, your intentions, things that you want to kind of manifest into your life, whatever it may be. It could be pure joy or abundance from joy. It could be abundance, and we're all looking for some kind of abundance. But that too represents putting your prayers out there. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story. Now, some of you may have heard me talk about this before. Prayer works. It absolutely works. A friend of mine had been in a coma. This is a fellow that I rode motorcycle with for a few years. He had taken ill, and his wife posted on Facebook that he needed some prayer. So, you know, I took a few minutes out of my day, and I stopped right then and there, and I said, I'm praying for my buddy Larry. You know, Lord, give him strength. You know, whatever should be, shall be. And after he came out of his coma, he let me know that he saw me. And I guided him in his coma. I guided him out of that scary time. And that would only because of the power of prayer. I took 30 seconds out, maybe a minute. Some of you guys forget to pray for yourself. Thank you, Spirit, on light, either on or off, either way. You're allowed to ask for help. The whole belief system is not black and white. It's all about frequency. Frequency of joy will help manifest prayers. The frequency of anything negative will hold them back. We also had, let's see here, 7 of Swords. That's the past. He's still looking over his shoulder. Okay, for some of my old hippie friends, you know I always point out a good time when I'm doing a video. 4:20. If some of you have to leave the room right now, I understand. But that's about looking at the past. And in this particular case, this is your ancestors that are coming through with this reading. Your spirit guides and my spirit guides hang out. Honest to gosh. Through the spirit world, we are connected. Not just here. Not just if you're my neighbor and I see you at the grocery store. We are connected in the spirit world. When we're born, only about 2/3, give or take, because it's energy and it's hard to measure, only about 2/3 of our soul comes down here. The other third, give or take, floats around up there with God's source. That's our higher self, our oversoul. That is the infinite part of us. And energetically, we are all connected on the other side. All of us. I don't care what color you may be. I don't care what race, what religion. We are all connected with that infinite God source on the other side. This message is coming from the spirit world. So that was just letting me know about the ancestors bringing this forward. Knight of Pentacles. That horse isn't moving. It's stopped. But you know that it's going to advance. Slow and steady wins the race. That pinnacle that he's holding is an earth sign. And some of your earth signs may be resonating with this reading. Maybe an air sign or two. I even see fire signs here yet. I don't see water quite yet. But slow and steady wins the race. Now, for a lot of you, the prayers and dreams that you have put out there were for financial gain. Don't give up on it. Thank you, Spirit on the Light. A lot of you are needing just a little boost. We are not under a recession. We are not under a depression. But some of you are having difficulty. And I want you to know that things are going to turn around in 2024. Financially, a little bit of something is going to come your way. It may come everybody's way because we have the 10 of Pentacles. Thank you again, Spirit on the Light. That 10 is about the ultimate in abundance. It's like you cracked the code with that 10 of Pentacles. Now, that abundance financially may come, and I've said it before and I'm going to say it again, we may get another stimulus check in the coming years, this year, in the coming time anyway. Because things are going to get a little upended in 2024, and it's going to be very near or just prior to election time, or just after. If the election happens, it may be some abruptions to systems and services. So I foresee us getting a stimulus check. Thank you, Spirit, again on the Light. It will not do our government or our country a damn bit of good to put it any deeper in debt, because some of us couldn't control our own personal spending. When we buy a house now, we want to have those granite cupboards and those custom-made cabinets. That generation right out into the workforce, the young, are they the Gen Z? What is the most recent generation out there? our generation kind of started with the old fixer-upper. And we put some money in it and then sold it and bought another house. So those generations are going to really get, the younger generations are really going to get an education on how to prepare for some tough times. We've got the Three of Pentacles, and that's about networking. And that's like, let's get together like the old hippies did and say, you know what? You're the one that makes the honey in our group. So we can come to you for a sweetener and to barter for that sweetener if there is nothing else around. Or you may network with other kinds of services, like what I do. Sometimes we swap around and trade a Reiki treatment for a reading, that kind of thing. Whatever works in your hobby or your profession, networking, and it is, you're being called on now to just to connect with people. Four of Wands. That's connecting with people in a peaceful way. In celebration, in joy, in love. Ain't no motherfucker fighting in this picture, I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, Grandma tells it like it is sometimes. If at that time of the election that there is chaos, that's not how to celebrate. I foresee rioting. I foresee a lot of burning and fires, rioting in the streets. Big towns, you've seen them in historically where this crap takes place in this country of ours. Stay out of those places, that's all. All right. Grabbed another deck here. Let's see what Spirit has to say here. And the light has been working a little bit on and off. All right, sometimes you just can't make this up. Sometimes you just cannot make this up. Eight of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. Eight of Wands is about a message. I'm giving you a message. Pretty plain and simple here. But the message is about hope and inspiration. And sometimes I just like to end a reading with something uplifting. Today's energy happens to be a little down and gloomy, and I am absolutely laboring trying to keep this message up and uplifted. We also had the Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups that came out. Again, two representing that hopes, prayers, dreams. A lot of emotion here, hoping for the best. I guess the best way to say this is, without being negative, is plan for the worst, pray for the best. Anything in the middle we can conquer, okay? Now, the crazy thing that I mentioned is you can't make this shit up. We've got two kings. King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Now, it doesn't make any difference which way you turn them. One came up in reverse. That represents to me that there are two countries that are going to be in opposition. It's all about money. King of Pentacles. All about money. Those kings represent two countries. Two controlling factions. I think there is going to be a lot of negotiating and sparring, a lot of words. On a world level, I do not feel like there really is going to be a World War III. It's almost going now, really. It's all in your perspective of how you look at things. But those two kings have a lot to do with the control. Wow, this is getting. I wanted to leave this up. Spirit, can I have one more card? Those two kings have a lot to do with just that overshadowing control that the elites have over us, whether that represents two countries, two factions. All right, can I get just one jumper out of this deck, please, Spirit? I gotta have a happy ever after ending on this reading somehow. Perfect. Time for a nap. Out of the Oracle deck. Time for a nap means, you know what? If shit gets heavy, if this gets to be intolerable for you, turn everything off. When we nap and we just go to sleep at night, we reset. We kind of gear back to a little more positive mindset. Take a nap. Grandma's all about it. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to take a nap. This was like work today. All right, you guys. I hope you got something out of this reading today. And know that I don't ever leave you, that I don't sincerely bless you with love and light. See you soon, guys.